Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, dear students and dear learners. I would like to say welcome in today's lecture. You know very well, this is unit number 13 is going on, and today we have reached at lecture 3A. So let's move. Unit number 13, harnessing the power of social media. Today's competency is vocabulary and grammar. It's lecture number 3A. Dear learners, we have reached at the SLO. Let's try to dissect and try to understand this SLO and let's see what the SLO is saying. Yes. Analyze larger paragraphs. Yes. First one, the action verb is telling analyze larger paragraphs, big paragraphs to identify. Yes. But we have to identify sentences that support the main idea through illustration, evidence, and or cause and effect. So the SLO is very clear. First of all, we have to analyze the large paragraph and then identify sentences that support the main idea, and identification must be through these three things: illustration, evidence, and cause and effect. Dear learners, this is the SLO that we have combinedly dissect and then understood. So, I hope so. We are pretty much clear about the SLO. Yes. Move to the next slide, that is vertical linkage and then brainstorming, and then we will reach at the slide in which we will try to understand this concept in detail. Yes. This is vertical linkage. So, in English 6, in grade 6, the SLO was in these words: identify sentences in a paragraph that support the main idea through definition, example, and evidence. Yes, in English 6, there were these three things, but right now in English 7, we have reached in step. Yes, now, brainstorming. When you read a paragraph, what kind of sentences help you understand the main point, the main idea? So, this brainstorming sentence has rightly connected us with the topic, and the topic is how we see and how we identify what the main idea and what are the things who support this main idea through three things. So, this statement, this is brainstorming, and this statement has connected us with the topic. Now, without wasting time, move to the next slide. Yes, the main topic is understanding sporting details in paragraphs. Yes, the the details, the sentences which sports the main idea, those are called as what? Sporting details. Yes, move to the next slide. This is sporting details or the sporting sentences. What are these? Sporting details are the sentences in a paragraph that helps explain, prove, or clarify the main idea. These are called sporting details. It means sporting details make the paragraph stronger and clearer by giving these things. Number one, facts, reasons, results, and these things we will discuss furthermore in the next slides. These details help the reader understand the main point easily. So, dear learners, now we have learned pretty much clearly what are sporting details or the sporting sentences that lead us to the main idea. Now move to the next slide. Yes, sporting details strengthen the main idea. Definitely, there are something which strengthen the main idea, and these are called sporting details. Yes, explain the main idea more clearly. This is the first what strengthening point, and second strengthening point is prove the main point with reasons. Yes, third one is give examples to make the idea easier to understand. Definitely, and the fourth point which strengthen the main idea or connect the main idea, that is connect idea, so the paragraph makes sense. So, dear learners, these are the sporting details which strengthen the main idea. Now, move to the next slide. Yes, look at this. Sporting details strengthen the main idea. Yes, we have discussed it. Furthermore, help readers trust and believe the writer's message. Definitely. And without sporting details, the paragraph becomes weak and incomplete. So, that's why we say the sporting details are the strengthening point that connects us with the main idea. Now, let's move to the next stage. Yes, identifying the main idea. How we can identify the main idea? Yes, this is the demand of the SLO. The main idea is the most important point the writer wants to communicate in the paragraph. Yes, to find the main idea, how we can find? First one, yes, read the first and the last sentence. Definitely, we have to read. Why? The main idea is often found here. Here, where? In the first line, first sentence, or the last line. Most probably, the main idea lies here in these two positions. Yes, number two, look for repeated words or ideas. So, take the whole paragraph and look for what are the words who are repeated, or what are the ideas on which the writer is stressing or repeatedly stressing these ideas. These show, it means that repeated words or repeated ideas show what the paragraph is mostly about. So, dear learners, we can say that these are the 2 points which lead us to the main idea and help us to identify the main idea of the paragraph. Now, move to the next slide. Yes, look at this. Identify the main idea. To find the main idea, we have to keep in the third one. Ask yourself, what ask yourself, what is the paragraph mainly talking about? Yes. And fourth one, the main idea is a journal statement, not a specific example. Yes. In these four, more 3 or 4 points, with the help of these 3 and 4 points, we are able to identify the main idea of the paragraph. So, dear learners, I hope you have pretty much clear about the activity, how you can identify the main idea in any paragraph. Now, move to the next slide. Locating sporting sentences. The sporting sentences which we have discussed in the previous slides in detail. Once again, now at this slide, we are just talking about how we can locate sporting sentences. Once you know the main idea, look for sentences that add examples, give facts or evidence, explain why something happens, show what happens because of something, effect, provide details connected to the main idea. Yes, all these things which gives us further details, further clue points about the main idea. In this way, we can locate who are the supporting sentences. Now, move to the next slide. Types of sporting details. Yes, first one is illustration, second one evidence, and third one cause and effect. And if we want to give the other name of these three things, illustrations are simply called as examples, evidences are simply called as facts and proofs, and cause and effects are simply called as reasons and results. So, dear learners, these are the three basic what types of the sporting details. Move to the next slide. First of all, number one, illustration or the examples. Yes, look at this. Give examples to make the main idea easier to understand. This is called illustration. And the clue words of the illustrations are the examples like this. For example, for instance, such as, like. When these words come in the paragraph, you must be sure that these are the illustration. These are the so we can say that examples are simply called as illustration, and illustration supports the main idea. Look at the example to clarify further our concept. Main idea: healthy habits keep the body strong. Sporting detail: look at the sporting details. Those are called as illustration in the sporting details in the form of illustration. For example, eating fruits and vegetables gives the body important vitamins. So main idea is healthy habits keep the body strong. And now look at this illustration example. Yeah, what the example is saying: eating fruits and vegetables gives the body important vitamins. So this statement is supporting this one. So we can say that the sporting details illustrations always support the main idea. Dear learners, from this slide and after understanding this point, I hope you are pretty much clear about this concept. Now move to the next slide. Evidence means facts, data, or proof. Yes, which further strengthen the main idea. Gives facts, evidences give facts, numbers, or expert statements to prove the point. So, the clue words of the evidence are like this. Studies show, research says, according to, statistics. These are the clue words, which means the paragraph is providing evidence, and evidence always support the main idea. Look at the example. Studies show that students who sleep 8 hours perform better in school. So, this is the example of evidence. Here, he gives the evidence in this statement. So, now, my dear learners, I hope your concept about evidence is pretty much clear now. Now, move to the next slide and try to understand the next idea. Yes, cause and effect explains why something happens. It means that the uh, I mean, evidence, facts, proof, cause and effect is tell us about the cause or what happens because of it effect. The clue words of cause and effect are because, therefore, as a result, so, due to, so, and due to. These are the clue words of cause and effect. Now, let's see the examples to prove this concept. Because the weather was stormy, the match was cancelled. It means that why the match was cancelled? Because the weather was stormy. This is the cause, and the effect is the match was cancelled. Dear learners, I hope you are pretty much clear about cause and effect. Now move to the next slide. Look at this. Cause and effect explains why something happens, cause what happens because of it. This is effect. Clue words are because, therefore. Example is the same, but now the clarification with the help of the picture. Now move to the next. There are some simulations for you people to clarify further your concept. Worksheets are also attached with the PPT. These are our resources. Along with the PPT, worksheets are there, skill sheets are there, lesson plans are there, question bank is also there for you people. So, dear learners, I hope you are getting advantage and learning more and more from our free resources which are available 24 hours for you people. Now, in the end, I would like to say welcome, and dear learners, keep learning and keep understanding the new concepts. Now it's the time to say goodbye to you people. So see you tomorrow with the new topic, with the new lesson, with the new lecture. Till that time, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.